It is Thursday, November 12th, 2020, and welcome to the Dreadopedia Show. We have a lot of information to cover today, including China's Yangtze River fishing ban. Also, the ratings of American sports programming is at an all-time low. We'll take a deeper look. And in yesterday's video, where I took a stroll through downtown Louisville in the evening, we had many interesting comments. We'll have a look at some of those as well. We also have a question of the day, an update on Jeffrey Toobin, a fireball spotted soaring across the northeastern United States, a Did You Know segment, and some new tweets about the Yangtze River fishing ban. Let's hop into it. I wanted to lead with this today, courtesy of China Daily. Fishing ban to restore Yangtze River. And if you're not aware, China has recently outlawed fishing along the Yangtze River for a period of 10 years. Here's a quick quote from the article. The ban, which takes effect on January 1st, outlaws all types of fishing except for scientific research in the main channel of the Yangtze, China's longest river, and in its major branches and two major lakes connected to it. The ban was adopted to restore the ecology of the river, which has deteriorated because of overfishing. The river used to provide up to 60% of all freshwater fish in China, a figure now reduced to less than 1%, which means that the river has lost its value for the fishing industry. And by doing some more research, I found this article courtesy of ChinaDialogue.net. It says Cao Wenshan first proposed a decade-long fishing ban for the Yangtze in 2006, saying this would give fish stocks time to recover. Many of the Yangtze's commercially fished species take 3 or 4 years to reach maturity, so a 10-year period allows 2 or 3 generations to breed. And that sounds warm and fuzzy on the surface, but what are the thousands of people that depend on the Yangtze River for their livelihood supposed to do? And then I found this article. U.S. Coast Guard to tackle China illegal fishing in South China Sea. The United States said Friday it will deploy Coast Guard patrol ships in the Western Pacific to counter destabilizing and malign activities by China in disputed fishing grounds of the South China Sea, accusing China of illegal and unregulated fishing, as well as harassment of fishing boats from regional countries. So the domestic ban seems to be pushing China's fishermen further from its coast. I also truly wonder how much of the depletion is caused by the pollution from the many factories along the river. Our next story brings us to Bristol, Connecticut, home of ESPN, where ratings have been struggling for years now. It's obvious that sports are struggling in America, but why? The answer is very simple. Leave politics out of sports. Here's a quick quote from a Breitbart article that I found that hits the nail right on the head. Last month, ESPN saw its lowest ratings in the network's 41-year history as Woke Center on steroids takes over, Outkicks Clay Travis noted on Friday. Moving on with the article, Travis pointed out that even the network's highest-rated show, First Take, had pitiful ratings. The show only earned 211,000 viewers, and that placed it as the 93rd show on all of cable. Travis put that into perspective. Putting those numbers into context compared to other shows airing the same day on cable, Nick Cannon Wild 'N Out 15 on VH1 had 50% more viewers than ESPN's top show. Smuggler's Secret Stash on National Geographic doubled First Take. Not to be outdone, Craig of the Creek on the Cartoon Network posted 200,000 more viewers. Heck, even Jay Leno's Garage on CNBC soundly defeated First Take. So did something called Ant Anstead Master Mechanic on a channel called Motor Trend. I also found this article courtesy of nymag.com. Now the article lists several reasons why they think sports ratings might be declining. And one of the reasons they list is there's just too many sports for people to consume. Come on, man, are you serious? We all know the reason is politics and sports don't mix. But here's the author's theory anyway. Is it possible the ratings of the past were simply as high as they were because there was no football on? It sure seems possible to me. This is the most logical answer, all told. I think that quote is an excellent example of how out of touch the legacy media really is with the average American citizen. If you happen to catch yesterday's video, I was taking a stroll around downtown Louisville, Kentucky, where there's been lots of unrest and dicey situations over the past few months. I wanted to see if it was safe for myself, so I grabbed my camera and took about a 3-hour walk. But the response to the video, in my opinion, is more interesting than anything I captured on film. Some of the people said, "Hey, it's a good video, thanks for showing us it is safe." Other people said this looks like a propaganda piece. And I really think that's part of what's wrong with the world today as far as views, right? We see something on the media, we see something here on the internet, we just get little bits and pieces of information that are biased and slanted at times, and we don't really know what the real truth is. I think it lays in the fringes, it lies in the gray areas. There's a spectrum of everything, right? So I just posted what I filmed. Had I been mugged or something, Lord forbid, I would have posted that as well, but overall my experiences were it was safe. I didn't see any trouble. I didn't see anyone doing anything out of the ordinary. Just walked around for a few hours, filmed, went home. And for those of you that question my agenda or motives, I don't blame you one bit. I question just about everything I read and see these days. But here's a little bit about me, in case you're interested. I'm a fan of hard work and conservative spending, treating your fellow man how you want to be treated. I'm also a fan of small government, which in my opinion would fully unleash the potential of capitalism. Our nation is full of kind-hearted people who would love to do more to help those in need if it wasn't for the burdens of so many taxes, fees, and regulations that literally suffocate their ability and will to help. We all know that big government is about as efficient as a one-legged man in a butt-kicking contest, right? I remember a time when a journalist would without bias report what they saw. There wasn't supposed to be a narrative or opinion involved. I'm only trying my best to see through the unbridled partisanship that has swept our nation and connect with my fellow members of the human race. I feel like it's the media more than anything causing the divide we see, because when I turn the MSM off and actually talk to people, I find that I can relate to and talk to almost anyone. And that brings us to our question of the day. Do you feel safe living in or going to major metropolitan cities? I'd like to know your thoughts on this in the comments. And our next story brings us to the New Yorker magazine. New Yorker fires Jeffrey Toobin for exposing himself on Zoom. And I'll read you his tweet. "I was fired today by the New Yorker after 27 years as a staff writer. I will always love the magazine, will miss my colleagues, and will look forward to reading their work." Good luck, Jeffrey. Next time, try to keep your pants on. Our next story takes us to Philadelphia. Fireball soaring across northeast sky, spotted by people across Philadelphia area. This is courtesy of Philadelphia.cbs Local. People across the Delaware Valley caught a glimpse of a fireball that soared through the northeast sky. The American Meteor Society received more than 300 reports so far from observers across 12 states. And now it's time for my favorite segment, Did You Know? Both of these are courtesy of BestLifeOnline.com. Did you know that Minowi, Nebraska is the only town in the United States with an official population of one person? Yes, she owes taxes to herself. She's in her 80s and she's employed as the village's mayor, librarian, and bartender. Here's another true but funny story. A lifetime Cleveland Browns fan and season ticket holder requested in his obituary for 6 Cleveland Browns pallbearers at his funeral. Why? So the Browns can let him down one last time. Thanks for watching this video today. We're going to wrap it up with a series of tweets about the Yangtze River fishing ban. And I think that's a good place to wrap up today's video. I hope that you found it informative, and check back soon for more content.